Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Strike7sports.com. In today's video, I want to recap what went down today with your Memphis Tigers men's basketball program as they head on the road to take on the Ole Miss Rebels. Memphis today fell short by 3. They lost to the Rebels 8-7, which knocks them down to 5-2 on the season. Now, this game was built up really big, man. There was a lot. Ole Miss put a lot of effort into promoting this game. Kind of, to me, viewing it as their Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of it's a rival. I would say it's a rival. You know what I'm saying? Not too far down the road from Memphis. You know, down 55 South, going to Mississippi, Oxford, not too far away, and bam, be there. So, again, last year's game was in FedEx Forum. Memphis won that game. Ole Miss fired their head coach they had last season. They got Chris Beard, who was the former Texas Longhorn coach that was fired for, his allegations. Well, what went down last season when he was arrested for domestic violence and those allegations that came out. He was cleared of it, and he's coaching Ole Miss now as he's their head coach. In this game, man, to me, was a heavyweight fight. It was a heavyweight fight throughout it. Even when Memphis tried to get comfortable, Ole Miss just kept swinging. They made a lot of threes in this game. A lot of 3-point shots was coming down for them compared to Memphis, and it was a game that had a lot of jabs in it. Ole Miss throw a jab, Memphis throws one right back. They counter, Memphis counter. Back and forward contest throughout. A really intense game, and it was just, you could feel it throughout the matchup. Crowd was into it. They really wanted this game. They really wanted to win this game. You know what I'm saying? And this was a huge test for both teams because I think Memphis already, played a few tough teams in my opinion. They already went through the fire already by playing teams like Arkansas, who just defeated Duke not too long ago, defeated Michigan. Came up short against Villanova, defeated Missouri, the second game of the year, you know what I'm saying? But for the Rebels, I didn't see any tough challenges on the schedule prior to playing Memphis. But they defeated NC State. That was their best win of the year. Been undefeated. And today was their game. Was their Super Bowl. And they delivered. You know what I'm saying? For the starters from Memphis, you had Javon Quinterly, Caleb Mills, David Jones, Jaquan Walton, and Jordan Brown. David Jones was once again the leading scorer for the Tigers. Had 22 points in this matchup. A lot of scoring came from the bench. Well, I would say a significant portion of the scoring from Memphis came through the bench. You had Malco had a huge day, 13 points coming off the bench. Ashton chipped in with like 5 points. Nick Jordan came up huge as well with 10 points coming off the bench. Other players chipped in here and there, but tonight, to me, man, you didn't get the ball, and a lot of people was talking about it as well. That David Jones didn't see the ball during the closing moments of that of the game of today's game. You know what I'm saying? And Penny Hardway admits that. He said that he took full responsibility for not inserting Jaquan David Jones as the closeout guy to win this game. And that's kind of what happened today, man. You didn't put the ball in the hands of your playmaker to close it out for you. Because Memphis could have won this game, if proper moves were made. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the loss sucks. I wish Memphis could have won the game because if he did, I believe they would have been ranked. There would have been no excuses for them not to be in the top 25, at least around the 20s, if they did win today's game. Because I think this Ole Miss team that they lost to is going to be really good in the SEC. It's just that simple, man. And if you would have won that game, that would have been another high quality victory on your resume, and when we're talking about um, qualifying for the NCAA tournament. Now we're not at that point where we're at the last four in or the first four out or the last four buys or anything like that. I haven't been seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet, and I don't think we're gonna get to that point yet. But going forward, Memphis cannot afford to lose any more of these high end games. And I know Penny Hardway set it up like this for a reason. Set it up like this, for a valid reason to have these wins on your resume and to get a gauge of where this team at. Because the truth is, we're being honest. You're not gonna get this type of competition, this type of action at this level, at this intensity until March. If we're being honest, because I don't think the American. I'm gonna go look into it and pay more attention to the American as we go into conference play. We're not obviously we're gonna get that type of play once the conference games kicked off outside of maybe Tulane and FAU. But the remaining schedules. I'm looking at the next few games from Memphis out of conference from Memphis are VCU. You come back. You come home to play VCU. You go to A&M. You got Clemson, Virginia, and Vanderbilt. So between these games, I name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go at least. You may have to go 3-2, 3-2 and 4-1 during this stretch. This stretch right here. Again, against Austin Pay, I think they're gonna wrap that one up. That's gonna be in the bag for them. But during this stretch, you cannot lose no more than I would say 2 games during this stretch. VCU at home, you playing a really good A&M team. Virginia, I'm hearing, I think they're pretty good. They're undefeated as well. You need to go at least 3-2, 3-2 or 4-1 during the stretch, because you cannot. It's just like last year. You just cannot afford to have these losses on your resume. You're not playing in the SEC where there's like unlimited, bids for your conference. You know what I'm saying? To get into the tournament, you gotta win these games, man. You gotta win them. And the good thing is, I believe you got Virginia at home. I have to go back and double check. You got Virginia at home. You got Vanderbilt at home. You play A&M on the road. Clemson comes here. I think you play VCU at home, if I'm not mistaken. Or you go to VCU. I have to go back and double check. Somebody let me know in the comment section. But you gotta start winning these games. But because it speeds up the time. Right now we're in December. We're in December right now. By the time we get into I would say right after New Year's, right after the holidays, it's go time. It comes really fast, man. And if you look at the landscape of college basketball right now, March Madness has already begun because Kentucky went down today to some program I never heard of. They lost today. Duke lost today. You know what I'm saying? So it's already started. March Madness is already started. It's Christmas madness. You know what I'm saying? It's here. You know what I'm saying? And by the time we go into conference play, you got to be in your A game. But you need to win these games, man. This is very important, bro. You know what I'm saying? They let one slide today. It's not the end of the world, but they let one get away from them today. Because they had that team, they had that Ole Miss team on the ropes. It was a very winnable game, a very beatable opponent. But when you make them threes like that, man, you got to respond. When your opponent is knocking down those points, those 3-point shots like that, you got to respond. And I know, and I felt as though Memphis was taking a little too many of them shots in the first half of the game. Those 3-point shots because I know about Ole Miss's issues defending the perimeter. They're not really good at defending the perimeter. But in the second half, I think Memphis got to what they do best. Attack the basket, rebounding, defense, but they just couldn't hold on Ole Miss when they had to. They couldn't close them out. They couldn't get the ball into the hands of their playmaker, David Jones, to close them out. And the other guys didn't step up as well. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, man, they get back in the gear against VCU in this next matchup and pull out the victory. You know, and get ready for A&M because I think that's gonna be another I would say Super Bowl type atmosphere for that team. You know, they have a really good record right now, kind of in that similar boat with Ole Miss. Memphis did beat A&M last year when they played the FedEx Forum. I was at the game. It was like one of the longest games I ever covered at the FedEx Forum. They'll be ready to play. That's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be a sellout crowd when they play Memphis because if you haven't noticed by now, these teams have Memphis circled on their schedule, on their calendar. They just do, and the opponents, these teams also they do a really good job of hyping up their fan bases when they play Memphis. You know that game today was sold out crowd. So I don't expect that to continue. I expect that to continue going forward. So we'll see how it play out, man. But Sucks that they lost 87-7, 87-77. It's not the end of the world. Don't panic. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's still got time. A lot of basketball left to be played. A lot of more opportunities to make up for today's defeat and have a good resume heading into conference play because you're gonna need it. So we'll see how it play out on December 6th when they play VCU. All right. So let me see real quick. Yeah, it's a VCU game. Just check the VCU game is on the road. So they don't head back to FedEx Forum until December 16th when they play Clemson. So right now they're the road warriors. You know what I'm saying? The road warriors. So looking forward to it. All right, so that's y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What was your thoughts on today's defeat by Memphis to Ole Miss? And also check out strike7sports.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, Memphis Tigers hoops, football, college for Memphis Tigers football, along with the Grizzlies as well. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out.